A pocket-sized theme park dedicated to everyone's favourite animated pig, transforming cartoon scenes into the real world. Whether it's a splash in muddy puddles or a gentle soar on Daddy Pig's roller coaster, it's the perfect park for young Peppa Pig loving adventurers. Hi, I'm the Frugal Brit, and in this video we'll explore all that Peppa Pig theme park has to offer, covering all rides and attractions. And if you stick around to the end, I'll provide a mini review to help parents decide whether it's worth a trip. Without further ado, let's dive in. You'll find Peppa Pig theme park in Winter Haven right next to LEGOLAND, Florida. Most guests will combine a visit to both parks with one of the combo tickets. I'll leave links to all ticket options and other park logistics in the description. As you enter, a colourful mural featuring Peppa and her friends welcomes visitors, setting a cheerful tone. The entrance is crowned with a rainbow arch, featuring Peppa herself perched on top. The park's layout is pretty simple, with it being only 5 acres in size, considerably smaller than many of the theme parks in central Florida, smaller than some lands in fact, many describing it as a micro park. Passing through the rainbow arch, you'll walk by the ticket kiosk and guest services, arriving at the central canopy plaza, the main hub of the park. Located under here is Peppa's Pedal Bike Tour, the first attraction in this guide. This ride lets children pedal through modest scenes of camping adventures in the woods and icy mountains. The path is simple and easy to navigate on 3-wheel bikes. For even smaller cyclists, there's George's Tricycle Trail, which offers a shorter and simpler route. Next up, we'll head to the west of the map for Grampy Rabbit's Dinosaur Adventure. This ride, inspired by George's fascination with dinosaurs, offers a gentle adventure on dinosaur-shaped vehicles. Guests travel through prehistoric landscapes, passing volcanoes and mountains. For those familiar with Legoland's attractions, it's similar to the Royal Joust ride over there, but with an added bonus that parents can ride along. Above this dinosaur adventure, we have Granddad Dog's Pirate Boat Ride. This attraction invites guests to embark on a mini maritime journey around a pirate island filled with treasure, moving at a moderate pace, gently dipping and rising. Adjacent to the ride, there's a sandpit featuring a giant yellow sandcastle, perfect for little explorers. Next, we'll head towards the top of the park for the extremely popular Muddy Puddle splash pad. Guests enter through a playful archway shaped like splashing water. This section is designed to mimic the iconic muddy puddles from the TV show, a lively zone bursting with colour, with geysers, water jets, and fountains that create a playful and refreshing escape from the Florida heat. The highlights include the spraying umbrellas and the central tipping bucket. Parents can find respite on colourful chairs and umbrellas for a place to unwind whilst keeping an eye on the fun. Be warned, this splash pad is incredibly popular with little ones, and parents might find it a challenge to coax them away when it's time to leave. As we head over to the east of the park, we'll come to Peppa Pig's balloon ride, which lifts guests into the sky inside colourful hot air balloon baskets, reaching an altitude of 14 feet for a breezy panoramic view, with Peppa Pig up top surveying the park. Near the balloon ride is the Funfair Games area, which features traditional Funfair games without the pressure of winning or losing. Under a cheerfully decorated canopy, you'll find the Hooker Duck Carnival attraction, Tin Can Tumbler and Hoopla Ring Toss. You'll also find Miss Rabbit's wobbly mirrors, creating amusing distortions of reflections. One of the key attractions inside the Funfair is Mr. Bull's High Striker, a junior drop tower ride raising guests to a modest height before a series of bounces. Perfect for first riders seeking a bit of adrenaline. Over to the far east of the park, we come to Mr. Potato's Showtime Arena, shaded by another thoughtful canopy. An amphitheatre-style stage sets the scene against a playful, cartoonish backdrop. Families can relax on colourful beanbags while enjoying live shows that engage with singing, dancing and interactive games. All shows tailored to young attention spans lasting around 10 minutes. This is where you'll also get the chance to meet and greet Peppa Pig, and when there's no shows running, it's a good place to head for a quiet rest. Below the Showtime area is Granny's Garden, bordered by rounded hedges mimicking the cartoon's rolling hills. Granny Pig welcomes visitors at the trellis archway entrance. Inside, you'll find colourful spring rockers shaped like cheerful bugs and insects. In Rebecca Rabbit's playground, kids are encouraged to hop across wooden stepping stones, explore tunnels through rabbit burrows, and enjoy its mini slide. You can climb Grandpa Pig's treehouse, or join Madame Gazelle on her nature trail through lush greenery, searching for clues of who's left the tiny footprints. Or you can discover the croaking frog inside George's fort, hidden in a charming hedge maze. Before we head to the park's main attraction, we'll head back to the central canopy plaza, home to all the main services. We'll start with Mr. Fox's shop, which dazzles with vibrant decor and shelves bursting with Peppa Pig plush toys, clothing and other exclusive park items. The cinema is perfect for a midday break, where instead of traditional seats, guests find large beanbags to relax in front of Peppa Pig's best episodes played on repeat. Miss Rabbit's Diner flashes back to the 50s with its themed decor, offering kid-friendly meals like grilled cheese and peanut jelly sandwiches. mac and cheese, as well as options for adults like a margarita-style flatbread and the popular smoked brisket sandwich. Guests can either enjoy their meals inside with air conditioning or outside under the canopy overlooking Peppa's pedal bike tour. Finally, young thrill seekers won't want to miss Daddy Pig's roller coaster in the centre of the park, a steel kiddie coaster which stands almost 15 feet tall, the perfect introduction to roller coasters. The queue itself is an adventure, winding through the Peppa Pig house from the stairwell to the living room and the kitchen. After finishing the tour of the house, you'll head back outside to the loading platform. After boarding, you'll join Daddy Pig in his iconic red car for a swooping, swirling ride through a Peppa-themed landscape. With a top speed of 16 miles per hour and a propelled launch into a helix, the thrills are perfectly scaled to delight preschoolers. Whilst it's over fairly quickly, the fun doubles as you get to go around twice. Next, I'm going to give you my honest review of Peppa Pig theme park to help you decide whether it's worth a visit. Designed with the youngest Peppa Pig fans in mind, the park offers fun-themed experiences with chances to meet the star of the show. The park's cleanliness and its thoughtful accommodations for visitors with autism and special needs also stand out, making it a welcoming environment for all families. Moving on to the downsides, the obvious one I think is the park's small size. I wouldn't say that the ticket prices are in proportion to this. For large families, a trip might be a tough sell, especially if you have kids over the age of 6. The compact size can also lead to relatively longish waits at the weekend. Also, expect long lines at Miss Rabbit's Diner, the only dining option in the park. Lastly, the lack of sufficient shaded areas can be a discomfort on sunny days. In conclusion, best to set your expectations with regard to the size and costs and try to avoid the diner at peak times. But if you do decide to invest in a visit, it is guaranteed to bring joy to young kids and fans of the show. That wraps up my guide to Peppa Pig theme park. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, you may want to check out my recent Legoland Florida video or my Disney and Universal park guides, which I'll link to in the description. For future Florida theme park guides, don't forget to subscribe.